Today, from Mexico City, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. It's the Mexico City Diablos taking on the Sacramento Condors.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Sacramento Condors and the Mexico City Diablos. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Mexico City team as they enter play here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Off the play fake, Bishop. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's got to be patient, baby. That's got to be patient.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Bishop. He gets it complete to Harris. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield. Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bishop. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
And this one is right down the middle. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 64 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Myers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decided whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And on now is the punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, he shifts past him. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. The playoff picture starting to come into focus. We'll keep you updated on that one as we go along and the other scores from around the league. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
He'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Myers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Myers now on 3rd down. Throw right side caught by Winslow.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Throwing to start the drive. Bishop eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Myers. This one caught by Winslow. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw. Myers. He finds his man complete. It's Tucker. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Just like that. Just like that.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Myers. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Diablos have got it back to within a score. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That time a 6-play drive. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Sacramento's offense once more.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. $11 yards there, first down. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Bishop. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on first down. Overton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bishop steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bishop. Incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the posts. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
Myers throwing to start the drive. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw on 2nd down, Bishop looking left side. He's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Bishop finding Harris over the middle.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, Bishop firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bishop.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Bishop.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Myers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Here's Myers to throw on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
One more go for this offense in the first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Throwing to start the drive. Myers. Over the middle, complete. That's Tucker. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Myers. Throwing on first down.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. The Seahawks looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we head east to Detroit to check on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. The Bears need to string a few wins together here down the stretch, but this last one moves them back above 500 at 6-5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Panthers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here we go. 13 yards remaining on second down.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Myers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bishop.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bishop finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Bishop. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Myers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Myers on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Myers now looking to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man. Complete. It's Tucker. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Myers on 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Myers. He finds his man. Complete. That's Tucker. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Myers. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Here's Myers to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
To throw is Myers, throwing on 3rd and long.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing to start the drive. Bishop. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Moss. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bishop. Over the middle, it's complete. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Now Myers throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
He's got the first down and more.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Myers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Myers firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw. Myers. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Looking to throw. Myers. And this is going to be intercepted.
So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Operating from the gun, Bishop. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Back to throw. Myers throwing middle, and it's complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Two straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Bishop. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. It's brought in by Harris.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, Bishop.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again, Bishop. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Bishop. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bishop. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive,
So good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Flushed out right, and he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Harris has it over the middle. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Harris.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the home team here, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.